Hey babies, and how are you all doing? Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you're doing great. Hope everywhere Marama, hope everywhere is Chua. Welcome back babies. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell, and also do not forget to give Immissiously Mimi a huge thumbs up and then share this video. Thank you. I will always say this with my full chest. Faith is that guy. Yes, and I love him. With my full chest though. You know why? So I am not this person who would say because of what fan base says to me or whatever and dislike their fave. I can never do that. If I don't dislike your fave whilst they were in the house, I will not do it. Because who are this fan base, by the way? They really do not really matter at all. I've always said this. It is this housemate than the fans. Because what the hell? So you know what I'm trying to say is this. Most of these housemates, they are not most of these housemates, more of this housemate, if all of them, they are more reasonable than most of the people who stand them. And I'm saying it with my full chest again. Why am I saying all of this? It's because of faith. This young man right here, it is safe for me to say he's seated here in perfection. That is not because he is perfect, but this is because he knows he has got flaws and he knows he's not perfect. And that's because of that, I am giving him that perfection tag. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's okay to also misunderstand me, not even concern me at this point. So what I'm trying to say is, I actually, took my time, enjoyed Faith's first interview, with Punch. Remember, I told you guys how Faith fans already, they were like, hey, Faith had his first interview. It's like Wahala go day, Kasala go burst, right? In my innermost chest, I knew there's not going to be anything as such. You know why? If there were going to be something as this, Faith would have granted interviews since and start dissing the production. But he did not do that. He is actually channeling his head right to the right media team, to the right people. For him, now imagine the place he had his first interview. Punch. You guys know Punch now. Punch newspaper. You guys know Punch. Exactly. Punch no be yeah. Punch is not just all this podcasts that want to start dramas and bring talks for your faves. No. He was asked questions. I'm going to discuss everything in details on what his interview was all about. So the interview was just about his stay in the house. Even when the lady who was interviewing him tried to, ask questions that would warrant Faith to say things about the housemates he had issues with, about the fights he had in the house. But guess what this young man did? Guess what Faith did? All he said is that in Biggie's house, you do not have to apportion blame to anybody. That him coming outside now, taking a deeper view to the house, he is even not pissed at anybody, even people he had issues with, even those he offended or those that offended him. You know why? Because he has seen it that place is just a place where they are stuck up in. It's a place where you're gonna be. You will have issues with somebody this minute. The next minute, you guys are in a task together, and you have to make that task work. You don't have a choice but to be good with that person as at that moment. All of this thing actually mess up with your mental health. Do you get? And at the same time, there is no way you would actually, be in a place like that and not have issues with people. So from Faith's end, this is me saying it from Faith's end, he has no issue with people. He feels like being there alone creates all of this drama going on. So he was asked a question about what he thinks about this drama going on, that people were seeing him like he was so troublesome, that all of this fight that was happening, that of Imisi, with Mensan, with this, with that. And then Faith replied was, some persons would have used the opportunity to say, oh, Imisi is this one. Sultana is that one. Did you hear Faith say that? No ways. That is why I will always say these housemates are bigger persons than the people who stand them. Faith had the opportunity to say whatever he wanted to say. Nobody would beat him. But what did he do? He said all of these things is just misunderstanding and miscommunications. He said most of the fight that happened in the house is because of miscommunication. They did not understand, they do not understand each other with what was going on. So because of that, it led to clash. And it wasn't that even deep. Faith, I will say it again, I love you, my boy. You are so reasonable. Somebody said, I think one of his fans said to me, I think yesterday, that Faith had his interview and he did not say bad about the production. I replied that person, I told you I wasn't expecting him to say so. He is sensible enough. This is what being reasonable is all about. I can hit my hand with my full chest. If Faith wants to be chaotic, he can be chaotic in his timeline and say whatever he wants to say because he just wants to be chaotic, and not because of he will go to interview and start staring brass. So people be like, oh, you think he's a perfect person? They coached him already not to say ill thing about the housemates. In my mind, I'm like, even you that are fans, can't you coach yourself and not say ill things about this housemates? At least you're in real life. Don't you have people who advise you to not be silly on the social space? They can advise somebody and the person can choose to do something else. So even if you're being advised and you're taking the advice, is that not being sensible enough? Is that not being sensible enough? Please allow me give credit to this housemate because they deserve 100% times. They deserve. So Faith said all of this, in a nutshell. Even they asked him a question about how he said he needed therapies in the house. And then he said something and said he needed therapies because, not because of he was going nuts, but because he needed to be sane in that environment. That was what he said, and then they asked him again, do you think the production really needs to do better by trying to come to your head or not ignoring some of you all requests when it comes to things like that? Because Faith revealed that they did not accept to bring a therapist for him when he needed it. Do you know what Faith said about the production? He said, even if he said that the production needs to do better, that he would not say so because they were doing so better by taking care of them, keeping them in that house, feeding them, making sure they are comfortable in that house. They must not be perfect because production is made up of women. And I'm like, Faith, Kuku, come marry me immediately because what a sweetheart are you? This is what he said. He said, even there is nothing he can complain about because the production has got their good side because they've been treating them well, doing all of those sweet things to them in the house. They were comfortable, making sure everybody is okay in the house, not attending to some of their requests. Do not make them a bad person because why? Productions are human, just like them themselves are human, who are not perfect. If these people could listen to this thing, like especially the Faith fans, if you could listen to this and not know how to maintain it on how you do your basketballs, then it's left for you. Totally left for you because as for Faith is up there. And nobody is going to bring him down. I am seeing some drags going on already on the social space because they started using a tag that Faith said he's going to be, if he wants to be the president, he will be. Now people are dragging him that this boy is always in delusion. But that was not his actual words. What he's trying to say is the tag, Faith always win. That is what he was trying to explain. He said, if I want to be the president, I will be the president. He did not say it will work out immediately. He said with constant work, put in the process, he will get there. He believes that whatever he want to do, he will do. He explained himself as Faith, the creative, the artist, the entertainment guy and everything. That Big Brother show, he will never regret going there. That is what he said. He said he will never regret going there, that he is happy he went to that show. Like, he is so happy. He's so pleased that he went there because he has learned a lot there. He also revealed that there is something they do in the house that he constantly still do outside. I think it's some of their exercise. According to Faith, he said he has Saul's body right now. That is what he said. He said he learned because he said people see Big Brother as an entertainment show, but he sees Big Brother as a school. And I'm like, this boy, they reason like me. Because I remember I keep telling you guys, I said, do you guys watch this show just to drag and for the fun of people who fight and who do not fight? And I lament, if you follow me very well, you see how I lament so much about this show. And I said, I actually see this show as a place where it's a form of learning for me. And it's a learning curve too for Faith. Because you will learn a lot. He said he had to put them in a house, let them to manage time frame, a place where you be together and know how to work out on your life. Faith, please, I say, come and marry me again. Boy, you too sabi. You too sabi, my G. And they asked him a question about his disqualification, and then he said, actually, he do not feel bad about it. That was what he said. He said, I didn't really feel bad about it. Let me shock you. I didn't feel bad about it because already I have checked out of that show. He said he already signed out, brought his bag downstairs, which we all saw. He said he brought his bag to the storeroom. And now Faith doing taking it back, Faith doing all of that, bringing his bag down, even when nobody asked him to, and now acted that with Sultana. The production will be like, at this point, it may seem as though this boy's mental health is at stake, leaving him more, he is ready to endanger the people in the house with him. So they would find it easy to say, okay, he overreacted with this Sultana thingy. Oh yeah, let him just go home since he wanted to go home. Don't you guys think so? The lady was like, oh, Faith, and you had fans. Don't you think you would have won? Faith said winning on that show, that in the context of winning is not about the actual winner. that the 28 of the housemates are all winners. The same thing Ruboy said all the time. He said that show is not about the winning the actual money. It's about you showcasing yourself in that house. And he felt he has done that. That is why he feel like he's already wasting his time in the house, so he needed to go. That is it. In all of this, Faith did not diss anyone, the production or the housemate, or rather, he was even giving them good accolades, saying that watching it from the outside now, he is seeing it that all of them are not perfect. Like, there is need for all of this that has happened to have happened. The lady said, if you're going to change one thing, what would you change? Guess what Faith said? Faith said, I would change not reacting to everything. And I'm like, this boy, your head, so you carry good brain. While we'll have fans out there always saying everything their fave did was perfect, we have their fave who would come to say another thing, and I love it. Why? Because they resonate with what me I have been saying, which fans refuse to understand, and they always label it with, you do not like our fave, you do not like our fave. They resonate with me because this is what it is. Faith said if there is anything he would change is not reacting to everything, because people would say what they want to say, and how you react, nobody forced you to do that. And at the end of the day, your reaction is what counts. Faith, I'm just going to end it here, because if I want to hype you now, this video no go end. God bless you. You're so reasonable, and I pray God continue to guide and see you through. The focus is on you, and that's on period. So any which ways, this is what is it called? His interview has been stirring brows on the social space. His fans have been hyping him, saying, this thing is just like diary session. It's so, like educated, like there is no toxic. There is no form of, he was not even frowning. He was not, even when he was saying everything, there was no time his face was telling something else. So he was getting all of the hype on the social space. Somebody says, see diary section now. I am glued to my screen. I can literally watch you talk all day. Even me, that interview, I had to go save the video on my gallery because I want to watch it again. Because this is how it feels when you see a reasonable person talking. You just feel like, oh my God, this one too sweet though. I'm going to get this from Nala. Nala says, how am I only seeing this interview now? A beautiful read. Love how he answers, and it feels like I am watching his diary session from Biggie's house. Anyways, it's not like it's an old interview. He just had this interview and they just, publicize it. So it's not like it's old. If you're just seeing it, you are not late, okay? And then BFFR says, Omo, my fave don't do his first interview. Faith own always go day different. I miss this beautiful voice and spectacular articulation. Then don't serve me better food like this. Wonderful faithfuls. Oh yeah, let's go and see our baby doing his thing one more time on YouTube. And then Faith Top Fan says, he answers without mentioning anybody's name. And it's Poncho, not your regular interviewer. When you're big, you're big. I know your collective faves can't relate. Now this is it. Your fave went to that podcast. For that interview. Because that is not a podcast, it is Punch, yes. Your fave went to that interview, right? And said his thing without dissing anybody. But no, fans will come and do them. You guys should well done. So far, it's fans doing it. Enjoy, do you, okay? Trina says, Faith's interview remind me of his diary session. So unique. No cloud chasing. No negative comments on his fellow housemates. Even multi-choice. He said he doesn't regret going to bbnaija. And talking about this on Faith and his diary session, if you can take it back to the house, okay, you will see that even his diary session, he would have issues with people in the house, so be giving them headache. He will come to the diary room. He will sound so sweet. Even to the people he have fight with, he will be telling Big Brother, these people do not know how I care about them. To them, they see me as a troublemaker and all of that. He does that in the diary room too. Even Imisi, that he constantly have issues with, he will come there and hype Imisi up. That is whom he is. So this interview is not about whether they coached him or they did not coach him. The thing is just in him. And that's on period. And I am so happy that he had this interview. Any which ways, you guys, I'm gonna be dropping my voice right here now to leave the rest for you guys in the comment section. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so. Thank you. And also do not forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much for always staying with me. Bye for now.